In the quiet expanse of the universe, where darkness reigns and silence has no end, a faint glimmer stirs, at first barely perceptible, then swelling into a magnificent tapestry of light. It is not the kind of glow that simply illuminates. It speaks. It whispers across gulfs of space and stretches of time, telling stories written in the language of matter and energy. The James Webb Space Telescope, in its extraordinary precision, has captured one of these cosmic revelations, a vision so detailed, so utterly unearthly, that it feels less like a photograph and more like a message left for us to find when Neil DeGrasse Tyson gazed upon this image. The moment did not call for immediate words. Instead, there was a deliberate stillness, a pause that seemed to echo the gravity of the scene itself. This was not just a picture. To him, it was a chronicle. Each swirl of color, each grain of light and shadow, a paragraph in the grand biography of the cosmos. Vast clouds of hydrogen, their hues shifting from deep wine red to molten gold, stretched across the void, enfolding what appeared to be a newborn star. Through veils of dust, its radiance pressed outward, accompanied by a cluster of embryonic suns, each cocooned in its own swirling shroud of gas. Tyson's attention lingered on these delicate cradles of light. He saw not just beauty, but the machinery of creation at work. Gravity gathering matter, heat pressing inward, nuclear fire flickering to life for the first time. Here was the moment when chaos yields to structure, when primordial clouds surrender to the architecture of the universe. In his words, this was not merely an image, but a glimpse of creation itself, revealed with a clarity humanity has never before possessed. The telescope's infrared gaze had peeled back the layers of obscuring dust, lifting a curtain that had hidden such places for billions of years. For Tyson, the image was an invitation to re-examine what we think we know about the birth of stars, to reconsider how planetary systems form, and to connect, however distantly, the origins of these young suns to the ancient cloud from which our own solar system arose. Earth's atoms, he reminded us, once drifted in just such a cosmic nursery, yet his reflection was not confined to astrophysics alone. Tyson spoke of the deeper resonance such a vision carries, the way it reminds us that creation is not a singular, long-past event, but a continual process, unfolding everywhere. Each spark of light is a possibility, each drifting mote of dust, a seed. This photograph was alive with implication, a proclamation that the universe is endlessly fertile, endlessly persistent. His thoughts wandered further, beyond the science. There was art. He imagined poets and painters drawing inspiration from the luminous spirals and delicate filaments, each one a brushstroke from the hand of nature. Science and art, he reflected, spring from the same impulse to capture wonder, to wrestle with mystery, to give form to awe. Among the image's many wonders, one detail held him longest, a tendril of gas, so gracefully wrapped around a cluster of forming stars that it seemed both deliberate and effortless. The interplay of gravity, momentum, and magnetic fields had woven it into a shape at once fragile and enduring. Within it lay traces of motion frozen in time jets streaming outward, material spiraling inward dynamics that would eventually give rise to planetary systems. Tyson emphasized the power of Webb's ability to see in many wavelengths at once. Each frequency revealed a different layer of the story-cooled dust, warm starlight, hidden structures. The final result was like a symphony, each instrument adding its own voice until a full harmony of creation emerged. But he warned that the image's beauty should not distract from its purpose. This was a starting point, not an ending, a seed from which new theories, new simulations, and new observations would grow. It might challenge long-held assumptions about how quickly stars form, how magnetic fields guide their birth, and how the raw materials for planets take shape. And then his focus shifted to something subtler. This image was proof that reality is far larger than what our senses can detect. For ages, these acts of creation had been unfolding invisibly, their light blocked or shifted beyond the reach of human eyes. Only now, with instruments like Webb, could we see them. This realization carried with it a sense of humility, the awareness that we are small in the face of such scale, yet brilliant in our ability to uncover it. The stars in that image will shine for billions of years long after every mark of human civilization has faded. And yet, here we are, in this fleeting moment of cosmic time, able to witness them. It is a reminder that we are not merely bystanders in the universe's unfolding story. We are participants, creatures, born of the very processes we now study, looking outward to see our own origins reflected in the heavens. When Tyson finally stepped back from the image, his words left a lingering stillness, a space in which to reflect. The vision Webb had brought forth was not only a marvel of engineering or a triumph of science. It was a mirror, showing us that curiosity itself is a force as potent as gravity. It binds us to the stars, and in that connection lies the power to change how we see everything.